Heaven is high, hell is low. So hi and hello. This is Ray's report on Esther. In chapter 1, Ahasuerus makes a royal feast. Now it came to pass in the days of Ahasuerus, this is Ahasuerus which reigned from India even unto Ethiopia over 127 provinces, that in those days, when the king Ahasuerus sat on the throne of his kingdom, which was in Shushan the palace, in the 3rd year of his reign, he made a feast unto all his princes and his servants, the power of Persia and Media, the nobles and princes of the provinces being before him, when he showed the riches of his glorious kingdom and the honor of his excellent majesty many days, even 180 days. And when these days were expired, the king made a feast unto all the people that were present in Shushan the palace, both unto great and small, 7 days, in the court of the garden of the king's palace, where were white, green, and blue hangings, fastened with cords of fine linen, and purple to silver rings and pillars of marble. The beds were of gold and silver, upon a pavement of red and blue and white and black marble. And they gave them drink in vessels of gold. The vessels were diverse from one another, and royal wine in abundance, according to the state of the king. And the drinking was according to the law. None did compel, for so the king had appointed to all the officers of his house, that they should do according even man's pleasure. Also Vashti the queen made a feast for the women in the royal house, which belonged to King Ahasuerus. So, who do we have in this passage in Esther chapter 1? Well, we have mention here of the king, Ahasuerus, who, in our terms today, if we look back in history, we know him as Xerxes. Who else is in this passage? Well, all his royal princes are there. He rules over 127 provinces. He probably has some generals in there. His politicians are there. The people that take care of him are there. And where are they? Well, then Shushan the palace. Oh, what a beautiful place it must have been. Because in the passage, it mentions the different colors that are located around, what's hanging up for curtains, what they have for the flooring, the chairs, the furniture, all that around them. Not to mention just the vessels that they're using to celebrate their meal with. They're drinking out of vessels of gold and silver. So we have that. So why are they there? Well, the king of Persia and Media, a combined kingdom, is celebrating past victories, and at the same time, he is gathering them together to prepare, because they are going to go to war, with of all places, against Greece. So they are there together to muster their fellowship, to prepare themselves. And that is why they're together. That's why they're there. When is this taking place? Well, this is taking place about maybe 300 BC, if we have to throw out a number, is when it's happening. How is it taking place? Well, it's taking place because they have the ability to have this feast. They have so much wealth, this emperor, this king, if you will, that he's able to enjoy all his luxuries with all these people. So why is this passage even in here? Well, this is the beginning of Esther. It's a historical account. It can be backed up by history. But it's in the Bible specifically because this is the beginning of the first chapter to talk about Queen Esther, who she was, why she was there. And as you notice now, in this very first passage, she is not even mentioned. But this book that we're beginning right now in Ray's Report is in the Holy Bible, and it is one of the 66 books in the Bible, and we will be talking about Esther. And that's the first chapter, part of the first chapter, where Ahasuerus, or Xerxes, if you will, he makes a royal feast.